Hello, and welcome to How to Ensure Grades Help, Not Hurt by Nate. As distance learning has started, the state and our local district handbook have given guidelines in regards to entering grades during distance learning. These guidelines are ensure grades do no harm to the student's overall grade and that assignments fit in the formative category. This is to ensure that a student's academic standing is not harmed, as many students may be facing severe obstacles at home that inhibit them from learning remotely. The goal of this is to help students learn remotely and not punish those who cannot. However, teachers are human beings who make mistakes, and sometimes, despite our best intentions, we sometimes enter grades during distance learning that accidentally cause severe harm, rather than causing extreme help. How do we make these mistakes in causing unintentional harm to grades? One straightforward answer is that incomplete distance learning assignments are still being entered as zeros. This is being done despite the recommendation of the district handbook, which recommends no grades be harmed as a result of incomplete distance learning assignments. The other answer, and the more common occurrence, is that grades being entered in distance learning are being calculated against the overall grade rather than the category average. And if the category average is higher than the overall grade, mistakes can be made and grades can be hurt. For example, take this student. If this student is currently getting an overall grade of 67% with a formative of 74.52 and a summative of 64%, can this student receive a distance learning grade of a 70% without it causing harm? If you just said yes to that answer, you are wrong. But that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. We all make mistakes. Let's figure out what happened to make this so wrong. Though a 70% is higher than the overall grade of 67%, it's lower than the formative grade average of a 74%. And because it's lower than that formative average and it's a formative grade itself, it will bring the overall average down, thus causing harm. Now that we have identified the problem, now we can start looking at solutions on how to avoid causing unintentional harm. One solution is that before entering formative grades, compare them with the formative average and ensure that the grade you're entering is higher than the average. This is good because this allows a more accurate picture of how the student is doing. However, this could also be bad, as remembering all 100 plus of your students' grades can be difficult, and going back and forth can be cumbersome. Another solution is to establish a policy in which you only enter in grades that are done completely and correctly. If a student turns an assignment that is not done completely and correctly, ask them to redo it or make changes until it is done completely and correctly. Then you enter the grade, it gets a 100%, and no grades suffer. Everyone is happy. You may be asking yourself, but Nate, formatives are a rather weak means of improving grades, and most of my students are motivated by grades. What about the summatives? What am I to do about the summatives? Though we cannot enter in new summatives, we can still change old summatives if students do retakes, redos, or rewrites of previous summative assignments. You will need to find creative ways to assess those same skills remotely. I suggest consulting with your content teams, interdisciplinary teams, instructional coaches, and academic chairs to be sure that this is done well. Hopefully this video helped ease some confusion as to why some of our grades are actually causing harm when we only intend for them to cause help. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all that you do. Best of luck, and please reach out to your instructional coaches for any of your distance learning needs. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.